got started for me.
Quite a game.
Mackenzie, Rob, pleasure.
Hello. Sorry, I'm like looking at my computer and eating some challah bread.
Oh, nice.
Very, like, shoddily put together Shabbat tonight.
I made carrot cake and I had a big piece
nice.
before the stream.
Carrot cake is delicious.
My makeup fantasy.
Very nice.
Nice.
My parents have been careful and quarantine and everything, but they may be watching TV in the other room. I don't think it should catch that, but I'm going to try to make myself more consistent. Well, they're not doing it. But I just had to see what this made up of.
As I say, people will be playing Spencer's games.
Oh yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Yes, I am. Yeah, kind of 2 for 2. And yeah, I am a dummy who does not know anything. So
I'm just updating our names on the slide.
Ooh.
Oh man, I meant to get eggnog. I'll get eggnog for the second half.
I will say I was very
you have a
close to
minute.
being Jacques, if possible. So it was between Jacques and Whitney.
Oh, do you want to do Jacques?
Oh no, I was saying like I almost wasn't an adventure. That was just
Either one.
I just think he looks fun. But I like Whitney. Whitney looks cool. So it's like, kind of cool. I don't know.
Brian, you're playing Queen. Your ace friend?
Nope. Just had it in my head because of Jean.
Oh, I am exhibition. I'm British, right? So,
Yeah, can you do an accent?
Sure, why not? I went to acting school. I love doing accents.
I chose an American
I don't know if it's
character for a
good.
reason.
Yeah. I haven't done it in a while. So like, yeah.
Are you gonna do the introduction stuff?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I like this better than It's recorded. Wait, you're eight?
I was 8.
Oh no, you're right.
I mean, I'll play whoever you want me to.
No.
Do a dance for you. Is there something you were trying to keep canonical? She, her. I listened to a lot of Pink earlier, just to put me in that mindset too.
Incredible.
Watch out, Britney. There's a Britney Spears.
I've been doing a lot of reading about the year of 1924.
Getting real hype at 1994, baby.
Whitney. What's Whitney's pronouns?
She, her.
She, her. We're all she, hers this time. That's kind of funny.
Okay.
I like
Rock
it.
on.
Yes, hashtag girl gang. Let's get lit.
And Mackenzie. Wait, right? Yes.
I was like, what?
Sorry.
You're okay.
I'm like, that's your name.
It is. It is.
Can I spell Mackenzie?
Yeah, I can. Sometimes, like, things look like they're all caps.
Alright, cool. Now all of the everybody, and welcome to another exciting adventure of Ace Adventure. Oh, I know what I didn't open. I didn't open the Kickstarter page so I can give you all an update. Let's do it right now. Because this is our third out of 4 spectacular Ace Adventure one-shots in celebration and support of the Kickstarter, and we are currently at $5,616, which is just amazing. We thank you all so very much for your support. That's 149% funded, which is cool. That's a cool thing. We're almost done with our second, what do you call that? Expansion goal. That's not it. What do you call it?
Stretch goal?
Stretch goal. That's what we call them on Kickstarter. I like expansion goal, but I guess we'll call them stretch goals. Because that's at 5,800. And we've got 7 days left. Oh, there's Tony in the background doing his thing where he hits the door and sees what happens. I'll drink to that. Yeah, because if we hit 5,800, that's one, and then I think we set the third one at 6,500. I think that's right. If I'm wrong, the page is correct. You know, it's pretty exciting. 7 days left to go. I mean that literally. Next week when we do our final one-shot, we will end the Kickstarter right in the middle of it at 9 o'clock. Because that's how I like to live my life. I make good decisions like that. And this is, of course, a very special episode of Ace Adventure. As you can see, I am not in the center square. Natalie is. Natalie is going to run this adventure.
I wasn't ready, but I guess I can do something.
Yeah. You can. Actually, if that was the case, you could just use the random adventure generator included in the book.
How handy.
We do have one of those, but I think you might have prepped something.
I was kind of vying to you.
Yeah. Oof.
Should be the only time tonight, I promise.
That was a good intro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We can get the shilling out of the way real quick. We're sponsored by Gehenna Gaming. They're helping with the Kickstarter. They're also, of course, helping us stream. Their links are down below. You can join us in the Discord, buy stuff from the shop, talk about Ace Adventure and things. It'll be great. It's a good time. Support us on the Patreon. Yeah, that's good, shilling. Should we introduce the player? Oh, you know what? This is a good time. Should we do the official baton handoff now?
Yeah, let's do the official baton handoff.
I'm going to put
my hand. Drop it.
There you go. Boom.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I got the invisible baton.
Good job.
Thank you, Brian.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Natalie Putum. I'm a professional game master with Charm Person Games. If you like what you see tonight, you can book with me to run this game. I will be running Ace Adventure for these lovely players. Let's introduce our players in card suit order. Rob, who are you and who are you going to be playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Rob. I play with No Direction, Roll for Combat, and Gehenna Gaming. You can find me on social media as Silent Infinity, and I'll be playing Ace Adventure. My pronouns are he, him, and her pronouns for this game will be she, her.
All right. Mackenzie, who are you and who will you be playing?
My name is Mackenzie Wilkes. I'm mostly a podcaster on some podcasts called Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice, as well as Dungeon Wives, a show I run and produce with my partner. I also was recently seen on Gehenna Gaming with Natalie and Brian playing Dream Askew, which I had an awesome time with, and I'm glad to be back because I fell in love with both of you. It's quite a love triangle I have now. And I will be playing Whitney King, and both of our pronouns are she, her.
Brian, who are you and who will you be playing tonight?
I am Brian Liberge. I'm the game designer behind Ace Adventure. You can see me on Monday nights on Gehenna Gaming as I MC Monster Hearts. And I am playing Queen Bee Adventure. My pronouns are he and she, but Queen in this adventure is going to use she, her.
Okay. And Brian, who are you and who are you going to be playing? Brian number 2.
Yes. I'm Brian Silliard. I am a video game designer. I make games as Digital Dessert. I'm he, him, but I will be playing Carrie Wild, she, her. She's a photographer with the Boston American, not officially affiliated with the Royal Flush, but ends up getting into trouble alongside them far more often than she probably should be.
Okay. We open the day before Thanksgiving, 1924. 2 weeks ago, the Royal Flush received a telegram from entrepreneur Herbert Strauss, owner of Macy's in New York City, inviting the Royal Flush to his parade he was going to throw to commemorate the start of the Christmas season and crowned Santa Claus the king of the kitties. You have been asked to come up not only to participate in the parade and meet your loyal fans in New York City, but also to help provide security, for they've been warned that the evil anarchy may be attacking the parade and its capitalist intentions. Of course, the Royal Flush could not turn down such an exciting invitation to New York City, and you've been told that a banquet is going to be thrown the night before at the Ritz in New York City. So tell me, how is the Royal Flush traveling to New York City?
This is the Ritz, the hotel, not the Ritz Total Landscaping.
No, this is the Ritz, the hotel.
Darn. I assume by plane to local airfield and then by car.
Okay, are you traveling in your own fighter jets, or are you in one big central plane? How are you guys traveling? You could travel by Zeppelin or by experimental steamship, or
Zeppelin's cool.
I think
I'm
I
down
get
with Zeppelin.
So I think I'm not here officially with the Royal Flush, but I'm here as covering the parade for the Boston American. But of course, I travel with my friends, the
Yeah.
Royal Flush, because just
You were
I'm
local.
safer.
Yeah. I'm done with Zeppelin.
I don't know. It just looks cool. It's a cool.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah, and we don't all have to take the same vehicle. No. If there's a Zeppelin that maybe Ace or Whitney is driving, Queen can be coming in a fighter plane just because,
okay.
I don't know. I don't like leaving Zeppelins unprotected,
Okay.
Makes me nervous.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Zeppelins are very safe.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Whitney, as the inventor of this special experimental Zeppelin being traveled by the Royal Flush, tell me a special feature it has. Something I should point out to our audience is that a key conceit of this game is that anything that is possible in a comic book is possible in this world. And unless we've already explicitly said it does not exist, it could possibly exist. So the world is your oyster right here.
So we're in 1924, correct?
Yeah.
I invented sonar, I think. So I have built this giant sonar table that goes above, down, side to side, so I can predict and see where anybody is coming from.
Okay. Great. And are you flying this Zeppelin, Ace?
I feel like I shouldn't, because I'm also probably drunk, so I probably should not be.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Ace would happily then do so and let Whitney kind of just advise with the drink in her hand.
Yeah, to the left. I probably.
Okay. Carrie, what are you doing on this trip north to New York City? Are you in the Zeppelin, or are you in the back seat of Queen's seat?
I think I'll go with the Zeppelin, but Zeppelins usually have the little, they have windows and stuff, so I'll be taking some great aerial photography.
Okay. Yeah, you get to pass, Delaware and Philadelphia. Or no, I'm going from Baltimore. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's lots of things between Boston and New York City that Natalie doesn't know.
I mean, it's just Connecticut, but
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
Connecticut.
you're getting great
Ooh,
aerial
those
shots
hot
of Connecticut.
shots of Connecticut, baby.
Look
One
at
day
those-
people will get stuck on 95 trying to go between Boston and New York. Ooh.
And Queen, are you doing anything special on the trip up north?
I don't think so. I think you know, I'm buzzing the Zeppelin here and there, putting on a good show for people. But I imagine the Zeppelin has some kind of docking mechanism for the plane, so that I can come on board and talk with everybody here and there
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think eventually the four of you make your way to an airfield just south of the city. And I think something strikes you right away is that there's already a Zeppelin at this airfield. And it's like twice the size of yours. It's a big double-hulled catamaran Zeppelin with two giant big airship containers. And you see drawn on the side are big monographed letters that say HGM on them.
Wait, is that the initials of the guy that's running the parade?
It is not.
Okay, I forgot his name.
Herbert Strauss is who is running the parade.
It's an H, but not HGM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I know what that might be? HGM.
You know, I don't know if Ace would, but I think you see it, Whitney.
Uh-oh.
You know immediately
Who
what
is
it
this mother?
This is claimed inventor and huckster Harry Grindle Matthews.
He's my enemy. My enemy.
no, I did an expose on his work.
Yeah. Earlier this year, he claimed to have invented a death ray,
Oh no.
Not even possible.
but he refused to demonstrate it for anyone in public.
He's an idiot. She's not saying these things. She's just saying, like, "Duh, what an idiot, dumbass."
But still won large contracts with many militaries.
Yeah, I think Ace is just like pressed up to a window, staring, trying to get an idea, and then occasionally looking behind her and going, "Well, who is this?"
I already forgot his name, but I hate him. I just, the one thing
Oh,
I
he's
do know-
also English.
Oh, he took my entire bag. He's just another inventor. You know, the usual idiot, big-brained, too much money for his own good. He's nothing. I'm sure nothing to worry about.
Got it.
Maybe we should worry about him, actually. He might be the person who could possibly be attacking. We knew about that, right? We were told that someone might be attacking.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, from Anarchy.
So, I mean, I think just to be safe, we should do something to this. Just to be safe.
You want to do something to his Zeppelin?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Do you think he's linked to Anarchy?
Possibly.
I mean, he's
Oh.
been waiting
Sucks.
for an
He
opportunity to
sucks
use
enough.
that. He's been waiting for an opportunity to use that death ray.
Exactly. See? She's got it. She knows.
I'm a little bit worried about our reputation here, everybody.
I know,
If
I know.
we show up and immediately destroy someone else's Zeppelin based on a hunch,
That's true.
maybe instead we can do something fancy with our Zeppelin that like a bigger Zeppelin wouldn't be able to do, kind of like make a grand entrance.
That'd be cool. I mean, do we have
Yeah.
a float? Are we supposed to... Are we in the parade? Do we need to design a float?
Yeah, maybe we could like spin and shoot off fireworks at the same time.
That'd be very cool.
Ooh.
Do we have fireworks? I think we do, right? Or something
Yeah.
that we can use as fireworks?
I mean, you definitely have fireworks.
Of course. Never leave the
No.
house without them.
Okay, great.
The thing's way too big for the streets anyway. We can come in and actually, fly low and fly out.
Look
Between
very
the
cool.
buildings.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Nothing.
Wait, are we talking about during the parade now, or are we talking about right now as we arrive?
Oh, I
Oh.
meant I figured we have to design or figure out something because we're in the parade, correct? And if anything, we have to look better than him.
We
Yeah,
were
at the-
invited to the parade I don't know that means we're in the parade.
Oh, Mackenzie thought the impression that we're like in the Macy's Thanksgiving.
I thought we were
parade.
too. I thought we were like, hey, fans.
We might have to talk to
thought
the
you
guy and just get a little clarification.
Maybe we can ask at dinner.
We show up with like costumes and we're like, all right, we got dancers or
Yeah. No one get too drunk at dinner.
a giant blow up ace, just like. That'd be very cool.
It's the day before Thanksgiving right now. Is that correct?
It is.
Okay, just checking.
They better make that float
No one
fast.
from the Royal Flush had this discussion earlier, apparently.
I guess not. We're standing outside this guy's Zeppelin being like, are we in a parade?
So we can
do you
spend a
guys
fate
land?
point. We can spend a fate point to have a flashback, right?
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
I think
That's
what
absolutely
I'd like to do
Uh-huh.
is I still like the idea of landing with style. Can I grab our microphone system and give us sort of like a big announcement, like I'm a wrestling announcer?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and my goal is to make whoever's landing make the landing all the more impressive.
Okay. It sounds like you might be trying to create an advantage.
Oh, I think that would be perfect.
Okay. What tool do you think that what approach are you using for
At
that?
the moment, I think I'm using charming.
Okay. I have just set a difficulty number for you to meet in order to set that advantage. So go ahead and roll.
All right, let's see here. Oh, bad. So I got a -3. Plus
Okay.
1 is a -2.
Okay. So terrible.
It's pretty terrible. Yeah, I don't know that I want the very first roll of the game to be this bad.
Okay.
So
Would
I'd
you
like
to spend a fate point?
I would like to spend a fate point.
What of your aspects is helping you with this?
I think this time I'm going to use my struggle in a positive light. My struggle is it's queen, not princess. I know how to own this. You know, this is not my first rodeo.
All right. And would you like to re-roll or
I think I
add
would
+2?
like to re-roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try again. Oh, that's okay. That's better. That's better. I got a +1 this time.
Okay. So you tied.
Ooh.
So you can either fail and nothing bad will happen, or succeed and I get to make a story move.
Ooh. I think I would very much like to succeed and let you make a story move. Is that
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it that you are saying?
Oh, I'm saying, ladies, gentlemen, ladies, please put your hands together, peer up the skies, take a good look now. It is the most incredible, the most fantastic, the most brilliant team on the face of the earth. Here comes Ace Adventure and the Flying Royal Flush.
Okay. Ace, you are sitting at the controls, like coming in for a landing, about maybe to try something fancy. And you see another plane on the runway.
Oh no.
It is solid black. And now that you're closer, you notice the markings on the tail. They're very small, like you had to get in close to see them. But they are the markings of the Bureau of Investigation, a branch of the Department of Justice that will someday become the FBI.
Oh, goody.
This is a poppin' airfield. There's a lot of people here.
Oh, all right. Well, I will make sure we land safely and without any threat to that plane.
Okay. Okay. Is that what you're going to try and do, or are you going to try and do a fancy move?
I want to do a fancy move.
Okay, I figured you would.
So Ace still wants to like rotate and kind of like bring
I
out
forgot
the
to-
attention to the.
Go ahead. Sorry, to take a step back, Brian, what advantage did you want to create?
I think we could keep it to something simple, like big announcement.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And I think Ace wants to like bring the Zeppelin like kind of spinning around, maybe like open up whatever lights and have them flashing and blinking, and then kind of come in as a slow rotate that maybe like scuffs things up a bit, but really gets some attention.
Okay, I think that in the fate sense, this is an attack on the crowd coming to see you. You're trying to impress them.
Okay.
What approach do you think you're using to make this, to do this?
I'm thinking I'm quickly trying to change up the controls as I move and try to adapt to what's happening. Plus, because I have to adapt because of that Bureau of Investigation plane.
Okay, I'll let you have it this time.
All right. I'm not sure which one I should use otherwise.
All right. I am going to, actually, I'm just going to set a difficulty for this. So you're going to roll your dice and add quick to it.
I rolled 4 pluses, so 6.
Okay, you have done what we call succeeding with style. The target number was a 3. So you get to damage the target, either filling a hitbox and creating a conditional aspect, or creating another conditional aspect with a free use checkbox. So conditional aspects, think conditions and monster hearts, but you're kind of giving them to the crowd or to the situation.
Okay. I'll go with maybe in awe or something like that.
Okay, do you want to fill in the hitbox? You don't know how many hitboxes this has yet. And remember, these hitboxes aren't hit points. It's how much you have to impress this crowd to get them to get you to be on your side.
Okay, I'll go with filling a hitbox and creating the aspect.
Okay. Yeah, you create the aspect in awe, and I will reveal to you this only had 1 hitbox. It was only coming in for a landing. So you come in for a beautiful, perfect spinning landing. And
I'm
land
dizzy.
just at the end of the red carpet as your stairs come down. And the crowd is going wild that has come to meet you at the airport. They're doing that thing where they have their hats in their hand and they're waving them.
And Ace is in the window like, yeah!
And you see at the end of the red carpet is a Rolls Royce waiting for the 4 of you.
Well, let's go. We don't want to keep them waiting.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to correct them that I'm technically not part of the.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in. Come on.
You're in, girl.
The car takes you through New York City. You see all the bright lights and,
Olsen Twins movie montage of us.
yeah.
I love it.
And eventually you are brought to the Ritz Hotel. Your car doors opened and the 4 of you are ushered in. And this might be a good point to ask, what are the 4 of you wearing?
Ooh.
You knew you were coming to a banquet, but...
Well, I can go first. Queen is a little rough around the edges, very, very much like focused on work, but knew this was gonna be fancy. So has sort of a cream colored blouse, but has opted to wear black slacks instead of a skirt, and has her regular sort of work boots under the slacks, so they just look like nice shoes, you know. That very sly move.
Yeah. Cool.
So Carrie is wearing a very nice suit, sort of dark blue, but it's got like sparkling accents. She's dressed up.
Okay.
I was muted, but I said me frantically Googling what's a cool outfit in 1920s. I guess the first thing that came to my brain, which I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like a 1920s like equestrian. I don't know, like those like cool pants that have the side that pop out a little bit with the high boots and like a tight like a vest with like a buttoned up shirt, like maybe a cool sideways hat and her braids are up and like a an updo. So I guess 1920s equestrian, but fashionable is the only thing I can think of to describe.
Love it.
Okay, and Ace.
I think Ace is wearing like a modified like kind of power suit for the 20s, but with high combat boots like she normally wears, completely cut off the actual sleeves because she, fuck sleeves. And she made sure the suit is like really tight and trim around her so she can kind of have it pop open and look very fitted and fashionable. And she, styled up her hair kind of big and threw in a little, glitz and glam into it, and just a smattering of makeup to show she actually tried to dress up for the actual event, saving her normal costume for tomorrow.
And as you get out of the car, flash bulbs from the paparazzi are going off. And you make your way in, and you are brought to a large table, and a man you would assume to be Herbert Strauss gets up and greets you and is like, "The Flying Royal Flush in the flesh. It is a pleasure to meet you, heroes of our nation. Ace Adventure herself," and he takes your hand, like without you even offering it, and is doing like that double handshake. It's like, "I would love to hear of your adventures, Ace."
Oh, Mr. Strauss, it's a pleasure. May I introduce some of the Royal Flush?
Oh, absolutely.
My sis, Queen.
Right. Siblings.
So nice to meet you. So good to be close to your family. You know, I lost mine when the Titanic sank.
Oh,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah, wow. Well, this is Miss Whitney King.
Oh,
Hello, hello,
you're
hello.
the inventor, right?
I am, yes.
Oh, I've seen some of your things. They're fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you must meet with Harry Grindle Matthews. He's also here.
Absolutely.
And
She like reaches for her flask in her boot and is like, in a minute, in a minute.
This is Miss Carrie Wild. Also travels with us all the time. Amazing journalist.
It's a pleasure.
You took the photos of that large turtle, right?
Oh yes, the close-ups.
Yes, those were fabulous. I saw
May I
those.
say, you put on an incredible show every year.
Oh, thank you so much. Come to our table. There's so many people I would like you to meet. Of course, I've mentioned Harry Grindle Matthews is here, and he is shooting daggers at you, Whitney.
I will shoot them right back.
Okay.
I will shoot death rays at him.
Of course, you know the composer Gershwin is here, as well as the owner of the New York Daily Journal, William Randolph Hearst, and
Ace is like waving to everyone. He points out like, "Hi there."
Is it both Gershwins or is it just George?
just George.
Well, I'm more
Tough
of an
crowd.
Ira Gale myself.
You only get
No, I'm
one
just kidding.
Gershwin.
Can you imagine?
You know what? They're both there. Yes.
Oh yes,
Nice.
the
They're both
duo.
It's George and Ira Gershwin are both there, and you are also appointed, and of course, J. Edgar Hoover, head of the Bureau of Investigation, who, of course, let us know about this threat from anarchy.
We saw his plane.
Yes. Very impressive.
Thank you, of course.
Does Herb Hoover say that?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, it was very hard to spot because it was black. I mean, good
Well,
job.
that's the idea.
Stealthy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see it too quickly or anything crazy like that.
For sure, we had to like look in its general direction for a moment. Or we
And you
did.
would never want a red plane, so.
No, never.
No.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And white gets dirty too easily. You know?
Yes, we learned that the hard way in the war.
We did. We did.
Oof.
You must tell me everything about your adventures in the war.
Oh, Carrie tracks us all the time and knows everything we've been up to.
Oh, of course, during the war, I was assigned all over Europe. But we've all heard of Ace's heroics.
Absolutely. Is it true that you made an ace your first day flying?
Yes. I don't like to brag, but I've been practicing all up for it. So let me tell you everything I did. And she'll launch into this whole plan of how she practiced like the perfect maneuver and studied up on all the aerial tactics she could, and just bond rolling through.
So while Ace is talking to Herbert Strauss, you guys are seated and horrible 1920s food is served, like aspics and
Can I have turkey
Probably-
instead?
of course, yes, we can get turkey.
Yeah, it's like Thanksgiving-y food.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
that's
thinking
tomorrow.
turkey should be a really big thing for,
And
What the heck is aspics, guys?
aspics are
It's like a-
savory jellos full of
Yeah.
meat and vegetables.
They're
All right,
real.
I've time traveled to the wrong time. Savory jellos?
They put everything in Jello. It was the thing to do back then.
Ooh, Ace is like, great.
I'm like shaking it on my plate, trying to figure out the.
Oh no, an earthquake! We better flee.
Aspic, my favorite.
What is everyone trying to do at this dinner?
Avoid the aspic.
I am trying to look at my enemy, whose name I will never remember. I feel like
Harry Grindle Matthews.
Harry Grindle. I am just sort of kind of keeping my eye on him and seeing if he looks suspicious, because I assume he's bad just because I don't like him. So I'm just sort of like, trying to be. I don't think I'm a very charming person. I think that I'm just sort of like, yeah, sure, trying to be personable, but mostly just keeping my eyes on Grindle.
You see that he is trying to kind of pull Strauss away from Ace, and he's claiming about how he's going to help with the parade tomorrow. And you overhear him saying, "So when you eventually crown Santa Claus, I have the perfect thing. You see, I have been in my laboratory studying away to create a snow machine."
I was working on that. Are you kidding me? I'm angry because I have like plans for one in my room on the Zeppelin. And now I'm thinking I need to make it before he does. So I'm just like looking around the room being like, what can I use to make a snow machine?
Okay.
Probably not in this room, but I'm like trying to start getting the wheels turning for how I can in 24 hours build a snow machine before Harry does.
I think you might be trying to create an advantage that you can use later.
Sure.
So I think it might be time for you to roll.
Cool.
What aspect?
Probably clever, I think.
Okay.
I think it's what I'm best at, and also it seems the most
Yeah.
clever
yeah,
or precise, but I feel like clever because
makes-
I'm trying to
clever
think
makes
about...
the most sense. Yeah.
Cool.
So, would you like? So you're going to roll your dice and do it, but I will tell you right now, if you wanted to invoke your challenge, you could make this harder for yourself and gain a fate point to use later.
So I can have more than two?
So you could. Yes.
I know that was max.
So you could gain a fate point to use later because let's say, you know, you were thinking about that flask in your boot.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. Why not?
What did I
Let's
say? Don't
go
get
big or,
too drunk with the dinner.
go big or go home.
Okay. So you'll add an extra -2 to your roll.
Oh no.
So
So it's basically
I
a
have
flat
set
roll.
the difficulty. Yeah, I've set the difficulty for making a snow machine.
Oh my gosh. Out of things in a restaurant.
Okay. I have to get my little digital roll.
How the Ritz exploded in 1924.
So I got a plus. Okay, I got 2 +2, but then I had +2, but then a -2. So I think I landed at just 2
Okay.
because my
Do you
clever gave me
think
+2, but then it gave me minus for the.
Do you think a 2, which is fair, is good enough to invent a snow machine using things in a restaurant?
Sure. I'm very smart.
Okay.
Or at least the beginnings. At least the beginnings of the snow machine. I have a whole day.
So you failed.
Mackenzie's charming.
I shouldn't have done that because I would have had 4 if I hadn't.
But you got a fate point.
Oh, that's true. I guess I get out a little bit.
But I can declare if I want you're still successful. But if so, I get to make 2 story moves. Would you like to be successful?
I
or
want
would
to
you
be
like to fail?
successful.
Okay. Okay. You're looking
Yay.
around and it occurs to you like the missing thing. So you get to create the aspect snow machine that someone can invoke later. But I think J. Edgar Hoover sees you with your flask in your hand and he swats it out of your hand. It's like, every time you buy alcohol, you aid the organized criminals in our country. And they're supporting the communists, which are supporting anarchy.
Tell me more about how all that connects.
Are you some sort of subversive?
I'm just curious.
I've got my eye on you.
Thank you. Can I go pick it up and put it back in my boot?
Yep. Yeah. There has been quite a bit of booze spilled on the floor. Carrie, you get kind of cornered. Like you get up to go to the restroom and powder up, and when you come back, William Randolph Hearst has kind of cornered
This
you
guy.
and said, Carrie, I've seen your work. It's quite impressive.
Thank you. Yes, I've gotten into a lot of exciting situations recently.
Yes. You know, if you wanted to leave that backwater, small market town of Boston and come work for a real paper of record, the New York Journal, we would love to have you. I mean,
No, I'm sorry. I do journalism.
we would pay you upwards of $20 a photo, ma'am.
No, I can't do that. Boston's my home, and trust me, that's where the royal flush is. That's where the stories are. No, I'm staying put.
He is staying in your way.
Is there something else you needed?
I simply don't take no for an answer, Miss Wilde.
I guess you'll have to learn. I'm just gonna brush past him if I need to.
Okay, it sounds like you're trying to overcome an obstacle. What are you doing? What skill are you? What aspect are you using to do that?
Would charming qualify?
I think so. I think you're trying to use your charm a little bit. You're not just being a total. You're not totally giving this guy what he deserves.
All right, we'll try that. That's a 1.
Okay, I'm going to roll for him. You succeed. Oh, I should have asked first if you want to spend a fate point. I'm sorry. I've watched Brian run this game so many times, and I forgot the whole.
That's all right. I wasn't gonna do it anyways.
Okay, you managed to slip out of his grasp, and leave him speechless, standing by the women's powder room.
Yeah. So I guess what I'd really like to do here. I'm excited by the celebrity of the event, but the real story is whatever the Bureau of Investigations and Anarchy are up to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be looking more for like J. Hoover, who I have a hunch might have some skeletons in his closet.
Oh, really?
And well, I'll be seeing what he's up to, if there's any other agents around, and trying, either they'll be the story or they'll lead me to where the story is, I think.
I think you kind of walk back to the table and you just hear like the faint, like it's clearly tucked into Hoover's bag, which is under his seat. But you hear the faint, like a walkie-talkie, like you can't make out the words while it's in the bag, but there is one.
So I think I'm going to try to surreptitiously, because I'm a reporter, so I have a recording device.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can get that device close to that bag to pick up again later.
Okay. Okay. What aspect are you using to do that?
Let's do sneaky.
That seems to make sense. I've set a difficulty for it. Would you like to go ahead and roll?
I rolled extremely well. That's as high as it gets. That's a 6.
Okay, you have succeeded with style. When you succeed with style on a creating an advantage roll, which is what you were doing, I didn't say that earlier. You get to create an aspect and get 2 boxes to check for free to use.
So could the aspect just be Bureau of Investigations inside scoops or something like that?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So far for aspects, we have Snow Machine and Bureau of Investigation inside scoops, with 2 free uses on that second one.
And I guess later on I'll pick that up and
Okay.
actually hear about what they were saying.
Okay. What is Queen up to?
I turned my mic back on. So I think the best thing for Queen right now might be to sort of excuse herself from the Ace's distracting war stories and go over and talk to Grindel, because if I'm talking to Grindel, then King isn't. Might I don't want them to fight each other in the restaurant, and I just feel like it might happen.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that if I talk to Grindel, I might learn a little bit more about what Grindel's doing.
You walk up,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Can I help you? Do you?"
Oh, yes, of course. I'm so sorry. The name is Bee, a Queen Bee Adventure. I just wanted to.
You see face like lights up, like he thought you were no one important, and now he realizes you're someone important. And it's like, oh, of course.
Well, I just wanted to talk to you about your amazing idea to put snow at the very end of the parade. I heard you mention it to Mr. Strauss, and I don't want you to think that that I'm a bit of a peeper or anything, but I just feel like that's something that everyone should know about, and you're keeping it so secret. It would be even bigger if we could build up some suspense. Because there's no way that your machine wouldn't work, right?
Oh, of course not. All my machines work. They all work.
Oh, fantastic. Well, then,
Absolutely.
let me help you. Let's hype this up.
Yes, let's hype this up.
Yeah, great.
How
And I'm going to step on a chair and grab a glass and do the
Okay.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I think the whole restaurant gets quiet and kind of turns to face your table.
Ace eventually turns and looks where everyone's looking.
And thank you everyone for your attention. Now, I just wanted to take a moment of your time as some of the most influential people who are here in New York City as part of the parade. We are so honored to be here. That is Ace Adventure and the Flying Royal Flush. So honored that we could help out and take part in the parade. But we want to make sure we don't overshadow people. I want everyone to know, absolutely everyone to know, that tomorrow at the end of the parade, our good friend Grindel here is going to make sure to produce snow for Santa Claus. Absolutely 100%. I want you to tell everyone you know, especially small children, that Grindel has got snow in the bag, as it were, and it's going to snow on Santa Claus at the end of the parade. And of course, we're here to support him. Nothing will go wrong, but should anything go wrong, we of course are happy to step in and make sure that there is a happy conclusion to the parade. But you don't need us. Grindel's got this. Everybody, come on. 3 cheers for Grindel. We want to make sure that he knows we believe in him.
All right. Would you like to create another advantage?
Actually, I kind of was thinking I might emotionally attack him to put a great deal of pressure on him.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
All right, cool.
What aspect do you feel like you're using?
Ooh, what aspect am I using? What do you think about forceful? I was laying it on a bit thick.
I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that.
It was not subtle.
It was not subtle. It was not subtle at all. I'm not a subtle type. All right. So that is 1 plus 2 is 3.
All right. He got a 0.
Oh.
So you succeeded with style.
Oh, lovely.
So you can choose. You either fill a hitbox and create a conditional aspect, or could create a conditional aspect with a free use hitbox.
Great. I think that I will fill a hitbox and create a conditional aspect. And I'd love to create a conditional aspect of no pressure.
Okay. He has the conditional aspect, no pressure, and that one does not have a free use.
No. It's just for
and
him.
he has more than one hitbox.
Okay.
I will reveal at this point. And what is Ace doing at this point?
Ace is just trying to go around, be friendly, get everyone's ear, trying to gain a little insight into everyone's motivations and what they're doing here for the parade and to help Mr. Strauss. I'm hoping to drive some sort of aspect of insight. But I am thinking of invoking my struggle aspect to penalize myself and get a fate point. Because Ace sometimes says things that haven't happened yet. The aspect, whoops, that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. If you would like to, it sounds like you're trying to create an advantage.
Yeah.
I think I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I think I'm trying to be charming, but obviously
I think so.
With it. Okay.
Yeah, and you get a -2.
Yeah, but I get a fate point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my pencil broke. Thanks, pencil. All right. So that's a overall -1. So -2 after all is said and done.
Okay. So you failed. What is it that you think you revealed about the future?
Communism was just a red herring.
I think J. Edgar hears this. He is having a miserable dinner. Like, keeping up with the four of you has been exhausting. And he's like, a red herring? I am so disappointed to hear someone I thought was a great hero for our country not take its greatest existential threat unseriously.
It's just too abstract. You know, there's more focused problems that I'm sure you're attending to as well. That maybe just I didn't read in a book.
I am so disappointed in Ace Adventure. I had hoped you would be a model of a good, upstanding, capitalist American. Democracy. Everything that is good about our country. But your entire squadron is full of subversives, isn't it?
No. I am a huge fan of your vacuums, though.
With that, he like looks at you strangely.
No.
He gets up, throws his napkin on the table, and storms out of the room.
Pleasure meeting you.
Grabbing his bag, and your recorder falls out right at it.
And I think Ace looks at the other three like, sorry.
Well, I'll try to surreptitiously grab the recording device whenever
I think you're just able to grab it.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we pissed him off.
Yeah. Oops.
He's kind of a douche. It's okay.
Does anyone have anything else they want to try and get done at this dinner? Everyone gets kind of quiet afterwards. I think dessert is served at this point.
Is it more Jell-O?
No, this is just a nice chocolate tart.
I think Ace will stick with telling Mr. Strauss war stories now.
Okay.
I think before we leave, I do want to clarify with Strauss whether we're in the parade or not.
Oh, if you want to be in the parade, we would love that. Of course. I didn't want to make any presumptions and ask you to have to do that, but it's going to be fantastic. We have elephants and bears and clowns and cowboys and Santa himself.
Absolutely. You know what? We did bring a an extra plane with us. So we could drive the plane like one would do down a runway, sort of slowly down the road, and keep our Zeppelin up in the air too. It's just sort of like a double whammy. Have something in the parade and give something to look at in the sky.
That sounds fabulous. Of course, we would love that. Yes, of course, the sky will be quite full with your Zeppelin and Matthew's Zeppelin. It's going to be great.
Oh, Matthew, is that where the snow is coming from? Is it coming from your Zeppelin?
Well, that's where the machine is.
Maybe we shouldn't take our Zeppelin then. I don't want to outstage them with our flying.
Oh, that's true. It was a little bit awkward earlier how our small Zeppelin was able to eclipse the bigger one. Mr. Hirsch, you can use that if you want. How the smaller Zeppelin eclipsed the larger one. I know you like wordplay like that.
You see, he pulls out like a pad of paper and he's writing it down.
During this dinner, does Harry have an assistant of some sort?
Sure. Yeah, let's give him an assistant.
Your former assistant.
Everything is mine. No, I wanted to basically try to like slip in, like when we're schmoozing and talking, and try to like get some info out of this assistant to see like what's the vibe on their snow machine, like like just to, like maybe even give him a little bit of my flask, like what's left, like just trying to sweet talk a bit.
I think you
get some info about Harry's jobs.
I think she's a woman, and I think I think people kind of move to the bar for cigars, and no, there's no bar. This is prohibition. But you move to the cigar room after dinner is over, and you're able to kind of pull this assistant aside. Would you like to make an attack on her?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What aspect do you think you're using to do this?
I could see charming if I was trying to be charming, but I think I'm maybe being more forceful than I want to be.
Okay.
I'm more like, so, you work for Harry, huh? Like, I don't think I have a poker face talking about him. I've decided he is my enemy of my whole life. So I'm just... so I think that I'm being a little bit more abrasive than I would like to be. So maybe forceful.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm gonna roll for her.
Okay. It's a -1 for me.
Okay. Do you think a -1 is enough?
Probably not.
Okay. Would you like to spend a fate point?
Sure, I got that extra one.
You could-
Why not? Yeah.
Okay. What aspect do you think you're using to do this?
Aspects.
You could also use one of the situational aspects that's already been made. Brian made what was the had it written down?
FBI inside scoop.
The other Brian made one too.
Oh, big announcement.
Oh yeah, big announcement. You could try and invoke. You could invoke snow machine and be like, I know how snow machines work. Let's talk snow machines.
I want to evoke high concept. That's a personal one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yeah, your gadgeteer with
my
king
gadget?
size-
Yeah, I want to just talk about like gadgetry and inventions and just sort of sneak my way into asking about who do you work? Oh wow, what's he working on nowadays? And then try to get the scoop on. And like if I can try to like if she consents, she can have the what's left of my flask. Try to butter her up, loose lips, that kind of stuff.
Okay. That gives you a +2, so that gives you up to a 1. Do you think a 1 is enough?
It's probably gonna have to be because.
Or you can re-roll your -1.
I can re-roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
God not the same thing. So
Okay. Well, do you want to spend another
no,
fate
I'm
point?
not gonna do that. What to this
Okay.
this scenario?
So you were at a -1. You
Well,
did not succeed.
okay, cool, tasty.
She says, "You're the inventor with the royal flush, right?"
No.
I'm pretty sure you are. I'm not supposed to talk to you. Harry
Why
would get
not,
mad.
darling? Why not?
I'm just, he's given me a lot of big breaks, and I don't want to upset him.
That's awfully mean. I would never tell somebody who they can and can't talk to.
I'm Zia, by the way. It's
Oh,
nice to meet
hello,
you.
Whitney. No association with the royal flush.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's really nice to meet you, Whitney. But I can't tell you anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It was really lovely meeting you, though.
It was really lovely meeting you too.
And if you ever want a change of pace, you can come work for me or work with me on anything. I like you. I like your vibes.
I'll consider that. Yeah, that sounds like maybe.
And I feel like almost out of it's like sleight of hand magic. I have a card that appears between my hands.
Uh-huh.
I keep them in my sleeves, but it's magic.
Yeah, she
And
takes
I'll
it.
hand a card.
Yeah, she takes it and tucks it into her pocket.
And if you change your mind about talking,
Oh,
that
okay.
as well.
Yeah, okay.
In my brain, I feel like I want to say Harry like Dinkle, so I'm like, Harry. And she walks away.
Yeah, you see, as she walks away, she kind of goes and tugs Harry's arm.
I'm going
and
to try to
whispers
hide and pretend
something
like
in
I'm not
his
where I
ear.
was. Just start talking, tip my hat down, and pretend like I'm talking to somebody else.
Is anyone else doing anything in the smoking room?
At some point, I want to go off to the washroom or something to listen to was on the FBI chat.
Okay. Yeah, you hear a agent named Tolson who is reporting on following the target Goldman here in New York City, that she's been seen in the Bronx. He's watching her, seeing if she meets up with any anarchy contacts.
Okay, is that pretty much what it contains? I don't. Does it give any more details about who this Goldman is?
You, through your reporting, are able to guess. Well, if it's an anarchist named Goldman, it's probably
Emma?
talking about Emma Goldman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think that you are smart enough to know that Emma Goldman doesn't actually hang with anarchy. Anarchy is kind of the shitty, primitive anarchist, type of anarchist. She's more like the labor rights anarchist, and that's not her scene. You think that maybe he's kind of chasing shadows.
So the FBI doesn't. Seems like they don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's not too surprising. All right, I'll rejoin the folks in smoking.
Yep. Ace, Queen, either of you doing anything?
I think Ace is now trying to play it a bit more low key and just chatting of stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
She got her attention.
yeah. I think eventually Herbert starts sharing some alcohol with you. He's got some brandy, like a snifter of brandy. He starts sharing it with you. You guys have a good time talking about the war.
Lovely friends.
Yeah. And then eventually he's like, I have to call it a night. I'll see you in the morning.
Early
for the
morning.
parade. Yes. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I will be out with the plane and the rest of the crew, and we'll have a grand old time while watching for any problems.
It's going to be fabulous. See you in the morning.
Memorable.
And the The four of you are left in New York City in 1924. Any of you going to do anything before calling it a
Well,
night?
I'll at least tell the rest of the royal flush that what I learned from the FBI, that it seems like anarchy may be up to something, but the Bureau of Investigation is clueless about what it might be. They mentioned they're trailing Goldman, but that's probably nothing to worry about. If anarchy is planning something, that means it's probably going to come down to us to stop it. So
Yeah.
be on your guard.
I suppose I let loose that they're not quite on top of things.
Oh, I figured that out on my own.
You know, Carrie, you're so observant and, kind of legally distinct from us that you want to sneak on Grindel's Zeppelin tonight and see how things are going.
Yeah, if anarchy's planning something, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a part of it.
Maybe check out what's in that snow.
Yeah, might not be all snow.
Oh, yeah, when it's like a little yellow. Ugh.
Are they going to kill Santa Claus?
Oh,
I say very quietly.
Christmas will be ruined.
that does sound like a very anarchy thing to do, doesn't it?
I mean, honestly, like dump the snow, something happens to Santa, and the entire parade goes to shit, and
Yeah.
New York is in anarchy.
Operation Save Santa.
Hashtag Save Santa.
That
Those
will be a
I'm so
thing,
sorry.
actually.
Oh, nice! I just made that word up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, wow, you are so ahead of the time.
I invented everything. You need to realize.
Well, I can't, but yes, mostly you.
I'm inventing a lot.
Yes, you
Feeling
are.
Very good about myself.
And-
Yes.
In a few years from now, whoa.
Whoa. But I feel like that might be the most
What's
anarchy.
in this brandy?
Alcohol, probably.
It's good.
Yes, I know. I have more Zeppelin.
Before I get too drunk, I
And
want
in my other flask in my other boot.
Oh, later. I want to check what the parade route is and maybe check a bit about the general security before I pass out. So
Okay.
I'm going to go check on that.
Okay.
I'll head to the other Zeppelin.
Okay. Let's start with Ace checking out the parade route. You kind of how are you checking out this route? Are you like going on rooftops around it? Are you just walking it yourself? Are you hopping in the plane and doing like a flyover?
No, because I want to get a closer, since it's an actual parade, I want to get like a closer ground perspective. But I think in case I catch someone doing something, I need to be sneaky about it because I need to like carefully watch from an alley or just watch stealthily to see what anyone might be up to.
So are you hoofing it?
I assume so.
Wow.
I mean, you could have a cool jetpack. You could.
Nope. I think I'm gonna pretend to be a New Yorker and just take myself a nice long walk.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll and add your sneaky. And it sounds like you were trying to create another advantage. We're gonna have so many advantages coming up tomorrow.
My sneaky is 0 plus 2, so 2, which I feel pretty good about.
Yep, you beat the number I set, which was a 1. You are checking out the route, and you kind of get to where it's starting. You pre-staged the animals here, and you notice that the kind of collars that are on the bears are pretty flimsy. These bears could be easily released if you wanted to, or if someone wanted to.
Ooh.
So you are getting the aspect. You can create an aspect with that.
Now, I feel like what Ace would want to do is get Whitney involved to fix these or hack, be able to make use of them, control them, fix them up. Can I say I called Whitney in and we create an aspect together, or
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
if that's okay with Whitney.
Sure.
Yeah, I think
All right.
that.
So yeah, Ace would.
So what do you guys?
Maybe
Are you guys making a like bear control machine or?
I defer
Little
to the
helmets.
expertise of Whitney. Ooh.
So we want to control the bears. Is that the goal, or do we want to
Okay.
keep them in? Like, what's the goal with the bears?
Keep them from hurting or attacking, certainly. But if we need to use Operation Bear Army, then maybe we will.
Imagine how cool if we had dancing bears and better snow. Yeah, that's just funny. I'm gonna go. Yeah, like making the like mind control helms.
I'm picturing
Or-
the helmets like look like little Santa hats.
Little Santa hats that are little mind control helms. That basically means we can pacify them. If for some reason they get loose, we can be like, nope, you're nice,
Yeah.
and make sure that they're like sweet bears.
Right, so you're creating the aspect controlled bears.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love it.
With a
festive. They're festive controlled bears.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really useful for
with a,
pizza next summer.
With a free use. Carrie, you drive back out. You'd get a taxi back out to the airstrip, and see the large zeppelin. What are you using to sneak in? It sounds like you might be trying to overcome an obstacle to get in.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping that it's a big enough Zeppelin that it has multiple entrances, which means they can't keep an eye on all of them, and maybe they forgot to lock one of them properly.
Yeah.
And I've picked more than a few locks in my day anyways.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to sneak on board.
What aspect do you feel like you're using?
Oh, sneaky.
Okay. Go ahead and roll and add your sneaky.
That would be -1, but I'd be bump that up to +1 with my
Okay.
sneaky score. I think I want to spend a fate point on that.
Okay. What aspect are you using?
What are the free ones we have?
Free ones are bear control, snow machine.
I think I'm just gonna. I think Peppy Freelance Photographer probably applies here.
Okay, sure.
I'm good at
I mean,
getting
you
the
also
basics
added
first.
Grand Theft Vehicle last time, which
That's
feels
true.
pretty appropriate.
You know what? Let's use that one.
Right.
Let's use that one.
So yeah, you're like, oh, I know how to open this door to a Zeppelin, and you pick the lock pretty easily because I set a 2 for the difficulty.
Okay, so I've got a 3.
Yep. And you sneak aboard, and
Wait,
you
yeah, 3.
okay, and you pass what seems to be like a large like library lounge room, and you see Harry Grindle Matthews just passed out snoring on a couch. And you head forward and you're kind of checking out rooms.
Yeah, I'm looking for the snow machine in particular, or any secret plans involving poison or something like that.
And eventually you reach kind of a central room where you see Zia, the person that Whitney was talking to earlier, tweaking like a large machine that seems to be covered in antennas. You see arcs of electricity are shooting between the antennas. It's very scientific.
Yeah, so I have a. I'm pretty sure Whitney invented a low light camera which doesn't create a flash. So I'll try to take some pictures.
Yeah, you take some pictures of this to bring back. And do you want to do anything else in this moment?
Well, I'm gonna stick around a little bit, wait for the assistant to leave, and get a closer look at the machine and see if anything. If there's something going on here, this machine's part of it. So
Yep.
I'll get a closer look.
Yeah. Eventually, you walk up. She like leaves to go refill her coffee, and you walk up and you see levers, and the levers are labeled sunshine, rain, wind, hurricane. This is not just like an ice maker snow machine. This is a weather control machine.
It could be bringing a hurricane to New York. Oof. All right. Oh, I'm definitely getting some pictures of that. Um, yeah, I I'll sneak back to.
Yes, Queen.
I have a quick MC question for you.
Uh-huh.
I know that we mentioned a weather control machine last week, and we've been keeping these adventures mostly separate. But does it look anything perhaps like a weather control machine that someone may have had the opportunity to take pictures of in the past?
Possibly.
Ah, yes. Any relation to Tesla's weather control machine?
It
just
looks
curious.
like someone made a bad knockoff of it. Like someone took pictures of it and were like, I could build that.
Oh,
All right. Well, I think I have the information I need, so I want to get that back to the crew.
Okay.
And I'm thinking to myself, let's start. Well, actually, whenever I get back to them, I'll say, this is dangerous. I think we got to get the word out that, that Grindel here could be bringing a hurricane to New York. Get people worried about this invention
Yeah,
and get the popular will against it.
I think you're all back in your suite at the Ritz having this discussion.
excellent.
And whoever made the collars for those bears, well, they were flimsy. But Whitney took care of it. They've got nice, cute little hats now.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. I love bears with hats.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all they do. We're kidding.
But weather, hurricane, I feel like we got to get rid of that or sabotage it so it won't create bad weather, but maybe still make snow or whatever.
That sounds like a very complicated sabotage job.
Yeah. We can't just let...
I could also make maybe a similar machine, so that way we could counter whatever weather they're trying to bring in by pushing it back out with a similar or equal machine.
You want to create a weather control machine?
Yeah, why not? Surely there's something in New York we can do.
Wait,
We could just keep their Zeppelin out of the sky.
control machine.
That's also true. That might be a lot easier, yes.
Shouldn't we tell that Herbert Hoover guy?
I shouldn't.
You know what? That's fair. We can tell
doesn't
him
like
after
me
we
either.
fix the problem.
I feel like he's not going to be that much help.
Yeah, he doesn't like me or Ace.
Okay, all right.
But if he finds his own clue and thinks it's his idea to go looking into him, then maybe...
I like
We
this.
get those photos? His
Yes,
files somehow?
an anonymous tip.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. This is fun. I think like this. We have a multi-pronged approach. Whitney, you could work on your weather control machine.
Yes.
And maybe Carrie, you would probably be the best person to make sure that Mr. Hoover gets a tip that is less traceable. And perhaps Ace and I could go figure out which pipe to stick a potato in the Zeppelin. That's how Zeppelins work, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking light off fireworks in the back, but
Last
a
I
potato
heard,
might work.
potatoes foolproof.
Well, I don't want to blow up a chunk of New York City. I just want to make sure the Zeppelin
true.
That's
doesn't
true.
fly.
True. Good. Good point. Good point. New York and fire is not good. Did the Chicago one happen yet? I don't remember. Anyway, so yes, we can go take care of that stuff.
Yeah, so let's just all do that instead of sleeping tonight.
Queen and I got it.
Yeah.
It sounds like we have our plan for Thanksgiving Eve and early Thanksgiving morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this is a good time for us to take a break, a big cliffhanger break, and I'll go get water and stretch our legs. eggs.
I'm gonna go get a potato.
Okay.
Chicago Fire did
So-
already happen. I googled it.
All right. Cool. Ace doesn't remember.
1871.
Okay, I'll take us to break now. We'll see you soon, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon.
Hello and welcome back. And when we last left, our heroes were about to fight a giant aspic monster. Oh wait, no, that's later. No, our heroes had just decided they were going to stay up all night to enact some plans to save the first ever Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
It's Thanksgiving Eve tradition. You stay up, you see your friends that have come back to town, you
Destroy
party.
a Zeppelin.
You destroy it. No, we're not going to destroy the Zeppelin. We're going to
Just sabotage it.
Sabotage.
We're going to make it better.
Not flying. Good. Better.
We'll see what we get.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we doing first?
We can do that first. You want to do make the Zeppelin
let's go.
not flying good better?
Okay.
We head back to the airfield to...
Okay.
Well,
It is now the dead of night.
Yay!
Good. That makes it easier to sneak, right?
Yeah, because I'm really good
absolutely.
at sneaking.
Mm-hmm. I think it's cold and blustery out, but there's no snow.
Not yet.
It almost makes you want sleeves.
Almost.
Oh. Wow. That's horrible. Okay.
The worst.
I think we're going to try and get to the engine area of the Zeppelin.
Oh, there we go.
How are you doing that?
Sneakily.
Okay.
We will try to blend in with staff and...
Okay.
What do you think,
so
Queen?
Are you do you have some fake uniforms for the staff of this Zeppelin?
I didn't even realize the Zeppelin had a staff.
It didn't until Ace just said it did.
Well, you know what? We do have on our Zeppelin that we can grab is 2 clipboards. And that's all you need.
Yeah, you can go anywhere with a clipboard.
You can go anywhere with a
official.
clipboard. Yeah, so we can both grab a clipboard just in case someone's still up.
There you go. That looks official.
Yep.
Yeah.
And simple clothes. Simple clothes.
Yeah.
No sleeves though. No sleeves.
Fuck sleeves.
Yeah, they just get caught in the mechanics and such.
So I think you go up to the front entrance, the one that Carrie did not use, where there is someone who's kind of standing guard. He's got like a large, fanciful looking weapon that he's holding. It like looks like space agey.
Ooh.
He's standing guard. And you two walk up with clipboards. Or are you just trying to sneak past him entirely? Or are you guys going to walk up and...
Oh, I thought we were going to be sneaky, but we can be talky instead.
You can do either.
Yeah, I mean, if there's already a person there and we have to get through that door anyway, maybe we chat him up to get by.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Who's
do
doing the chatting up?
I think we are equally chatty individuals.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I think you're slightly better at being sneaky than I am. So why don't I do the chatting? That way, if it goes south, maybe you can sneak by him while he's distracted.
Sure, I dig it.
Okay.
Okay, great. So yeah, we'll walk up and be like, I'll be like, hey, you got the night shift too, huh? We just gotta make sure that the boiler's clean before takeoff tomorrow morning.
Oh.
I tap the clipboard.
Can you... it sounds like you're trying to use Charming.
Yes, I'm trying to use Charmin.
Okay.
All
So
right.
roll an attack on this guard.
That is a total of 0.
Do you think a 0 is enough?
No. No, I don't think a 0 is enough. But I'm gonna let it ride anyway.
Okay, a 0 is enough because he rolled a -1 with a clever of 0.
Ooh.
He like looks like, oh, that sounds really complicated. Yeah, you better get in there, inspect that boiler.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Mac.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you know my name? I don't think I've seen you before.
Rotations. Clipboards.
Okay. Yeah, you get that boiler fixed. Wouldn't want anything to happen during the parade.
And we go
Nope.
in. Yep.
Okay.
Ace hurries in.
All right, and you guys are able to find the engine room. It's in the back. It makes sense. And you are in this very complicated engine room. What do you do?
I'd like to see if there's some kind of toolkit around.
Right?
Because I
Makes
feel like
sense.
there always should be one.
I think you can find a toolkit. Yeah.
Great. Great. I hand Ace a wrench, and I'll take a hammer.
Ace takes the wrench, and I think Ace starts to look around for like a primary unit or centralized part of the system that seems important.
Okay. And what are you gonna do to it?
We'll try to not just break it outright, but more like connect things wrong or disconnect things and then connect them in other ways.
All right. What aspect do you think you're using to do this? This is gonna be an attack.
Utter chaos. Is that an aspect?
Yeah, I don't.
It sounds
know.
like you're trying to be clever
Okay.
because you're not just like breaking it. You are trying to connect things to other things.
Can I chat it up? No. Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see how. Oh, I roll 4. If I only roll 2, that's going to be really disappointing. All right. Let's see how that goes. Oh. Okay. 3 minus 1 is 2.
Ooh.
Do you think a 2 is good enough?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Especially since I don't really understand this system. So I'm like, this looks good.
A 2 is a tie. So you can choose to either succeed and the GM makes a story move, or you fail and the GM cannot.
I choose succeed in a story move.
Okay, fantastic. I think you finish like connecting all these things, and then you hear a rumble as the Zeppelin starts to take off.
Queen, I think I started the engine.
I don't think you started the engine. I think we just took
Oh, no?
off with a bad engine.
Oh. I think Ace, preparing to have some Zeppelin combat, maybe has a parachute, and so will want to grab Queen and run for an escape.
Okay, we'll do that in a moment when we see what everyone else is up to. What are you up to, Whitney?
I am journeying around New York City, trying to find the perfect like piece to create my weather control machine.
Okay. It sounds like you might be trying to create an advantage.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, what approach are you using to do this?
Probably clever, kind of saying. I think like when I'm inventing, I'm trying to be clever, and I'm just trying to like find the perfect piece, trying to be inspired, trying to brainstorm what might be best.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll for me.
All right, that's not bad. That is a 3.
Okay. A 3 is good enough. Where do you think you find the thing?
I'm trying to think of like something in New York City that would be fun to. Where do I know where like if there's any like so we're assuming that the Santa situation might happen near the end of the parade route, correct?
Yes.
So are there any like major landmarks that are near the end of the
You're
parade
going
route?
through Times Square. And you have the everything there in large buildings. I think you're going by Radio City Music Hall, and you're like, oh, maybe there's something there.
I think that may be the sign. Doesn't it have that like large sign?
Yeah, sure.
Let me Google Radio City Music Hall to make sure I'm thinking of the right.
I'm pretty sure Radio Music.
Right, that like very tall sign.
It does in our universe.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I think that'd be the perfect conductor.
Okay.
To pull the weather to where I want it to be. So I think I want to build my machine on top of Radio City Music Hall using the conductor of the sign.
Okay. Yeah.
And it can give me a good like vantage point, hopefully.
It was not built in 1924, but it's there now. The change in time has caused it to be built earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it does have that tall sign too. Yeah, at some point, Ace went to New York City and were like, "You should build a music hall here and call it the Radio City Music Hall." And they're like, "That's a good idea."
I've really got to stop talking at all those dinners.
So you are you find that sign and you're like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So you can create another conditional aspect with a free use called weather control machine. Weather control machine. Weather control machine.
There we go.
That's what I'm looking for. I got there.
I love it. Yeah, so I'll probably have to spend the night or most of the night working on that.
Okay. Carrie, what are you doing?
So I feel like I could find where J. Edgar Hoover, like whatever hotel they're staying at, and just I don't know, like slip some of these photos, or I'm gonna try to find it where he is. Slips these photos under his door, with pictures of the weather machine, make it clear that it's in that Zeppelin. Throw in some, I'll pepper in a few references to, maybe this guy being a communist or something.
Okay.
That might help.
Okay. It sounds like you're trying to overcome an obstacle. What approach are you using? It sounds like it might be sneaky, but
It might be sneaky. Yeah, I've been using it a lot, but I think that's okay.
a very sneaky day for Carrie
Sneaky
Wild.
night. Nights tend to be sneakier in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a 2, but I think I can use the free aspect use of FBI Inside Scoop
Yeah.
to really
Mhm.
carefully present this package in a way that'll
Okay.
get Hoover's attention to make that a 4.
Absolutely. Yeah, you slide it under the door and kind of slip away. And you hear an exclamation from like Hoover being like, "What is this? Oh my, this connects everything." And back to the Zeppelin that is now rapidly gaining altitude. You see like gauges on this one central thing you did are just slowly climbing. Ace.
Yeah, Ace.
Gotta go.
Looks like you're gonna have to jump.
Ace, we can't jump yet. What if this Zeppelin crashes into like an apartment building? Because we made
Oh
it not
yeah, that'd
fly
be
good.
bad. Right. Good.
Right.
Oh. We got to bring it down.
Yeah, we gotta like steer it towards the river, harbor, or whatever New York has. Because I'm from Boston. I don't know.
A harbor. All right. Let's go see who's piloting this thing.
Right.
Okay.
It's on our clipboard. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ace will hurry towards the front.
It's like, look, a map.
You head toward the front and you see Zia is at the controls.
Zia was the assistant.
Yes.
Hi there. We need to. Oh, good evening.
What are you doing aboard?
We need to be doing maintenance down on the ground, so we should bring this down.
I know who you are.
Good. Yep. So bring it down, please.
What are you doing here?
Hey, Zia, we just came by to make sure that everything was ready for tomorrow, and now we're in the air. We're a little
It's
worried.
not ready for tomorrow.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, so we should park the Zeppelin instead of flying it if it's not ready.
We're using notes from this power source to power the weather control machine that Harry got from some source in London. Whatever caused that explosion, and things are not right. And I need to get this thing out as far into the Atlantic Ocean as I can.
That's a great idea. And Atlantic Ocean is a very safe place. You're smart, Zia.
I know. I build everything for Harry. He's an idiot.
Can you just duct tape the steering wheel in the right direction, and
Yeah.
we can all leave?
I have to make sure it's done. I don't know what's going to happen when this thing goes. My engines are failing. What's happening?
Well, we're heading towards the Atlantic right now, right?
Yes.
Hey, what's that behind you?
She looks behind her.
I want to punch her in the back of the skull.
Okay, it sounds like you're rolling an attack.
Right.
And it sounds forceful.
It does sound forceful. That's how you knock people unconscious, right? It's just punch them in the back of the head. I think that's what happens in movies. Let's see.
Especially comics.
Yep. That wasn't awful. That is a 2 total.
Okay. Do you think a 2 is good enough?
Yeah, I mean, if she survives, not if she survives. I hope she would survive. If she doesn't fall fully unconscious, we'll figure out something else. 2 is fine.
She got a -1, so you succeeded with style.
Great.
Would you like to? You can either fill a hitbox and create a conditional aspect, or create a conditional aspect with a free use.
I really want to fill the hitbox because my main goal is knocking her unconscious.
Okay. And what conditional aspect are you creating?
Let's give her dizzy, just in case she has more than one hitbox.
She does have more than one hitbox.
Oh, great.
Who would you like to go next?
Oh, we had initiative now. Hooray!
I guess I'll go next. Seeing Queen goes for it, Ace
Yeah.
will too, and give her a pop with her forearms, try and knock her out.
Okay, sounds like you're being forceful.
Yeah, I am. That is a 3.
Okay, do you think a 3 is good enough?
I sure hope so.
It is good enough. And I'll reveal now she had 2 hitboxes.
Yay!
So you have knocked out Zia. You hear the console starts beeping and a warning klaxon.
I will run to it to try and take control and hopefully guide it. But like really just trying to push us out to sea towards the direction of the Atlantic.
Yep, Zeppelins are not that fast. You guys are kind of like slowly trawling out toward the Atlantic.
Great.
You see gauges are climbing up higher and higher.
So I will take off probably the I can't think of the word now. The parachute. Wow, there we go. Give the parachute to Queen and say, "Take her, and I'll find another way out."
Okay, don't die.
Got it.
All right. I think with this, you guys have, you're up there, you're finishing off your weather control machine. And you see kind of off in the distance, the Harry Grindle Matthews Zeppelin rising and headed out east toward the ocean. And I think you see the same thing as you're leaving the hotel, Carrie. Ace, who would you like to go next? And it can't be you or Queen, someone who hasn't gone yet.
I guess Whitney?
Okay. Whitney, what do you do?
I'm on the roof.
Yeah.
What do I do in this situation that's happening away from
Yeah.
me? Do I see the
Yeah, you see
Zeppelin?
the Zeppelin leaving. I think you even...
So am I on the roof of Radio City Music Hall and I can see the Zeppelin?
Yes, it's a big Zeppelin.
Maybe you see Ace in the window, like,
Not that far.
no? Okay.
But I think you can see smoke pouring out the back of it.
Can I tell it's not ours?
Oh.
Yeah, you can see it's the Harry Grindle Matthews Zeppelin.
I feel like my assumption would be like, surely they're not on there, so I guess they did their job. Way to go.
Okay.
Like, but like, I don't know. I don't know how I can affect the
Do you have a
situation.
radio that you could use to radio them? That
Yeah, I mean, I
whole
invented us a little like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers wrist comm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so to the group chat, I'm like, way to go! I see. It looks bad. Are you taking it somewhere? Oh, I'm assuming. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
This is
I'm on a roof. I can see this.
Queen. Ace is making sure the Zeppelin hits the ocean.
So you're still in this on fire flying machine.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jump out any minute now, and Ace is pretty sure they can figure out another way out of it.
Okay. Do you need any help? I mean, I'm on a roof, but you know.
Yeah, if you could somehow help Ace not die, that would be stellar. Or if you can use whatever bit of machine you've already created to make sure that their weather machine doesn't like blow up on hitting the Atlantic, that would also be great.
Jinkies. I don't know what to do. I'm just like standing here. I'm like right in front of my weather machine. How close am I to being done with my weather machine?
I think you're done. I think
Okay.
you're like it needs like maybe a few like safety tools, but
I could do that I could do that in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. Can I quickly do I have a vehicle or something or a way that I could very quickly try to meet?
This is Ace Adventure.
Do you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, no, I'll just try to like jet as quickly as I can to try to at least meet them at the docks to see if I can get a better idea of how I can help if I get closer to them.
Yeah. Your turn keeps going until you roll. So
okay. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going towards them.
Yeah, you get toward them. Are you trying to land on the Zeppelin? Are you trying to land on the docks?
I'll land on the docks. I don't want to get into the thing that's going into the water. I have a lot of gadgets on me.
Brian, as someone who hasn't run the system before, what should I do in this situation? Can Mackenzie pass her turn, or?
Generally, the rule of thumb is that until you have to roll, it is still your turn. So,
right.
Mackenzie, are you waiting for something to happen until it's your turn?
Kind of. I am confused as to how I can help you. Okay. I guess I could try to is the issue that you're not able to get into the ocean easily?
I don't know if there is an issue at the moment. The two,
right?
Yeah.
Like Ace is a good pilot. I think they could probably get it to the ocean because the MC hasn't established any difficulty yet. The major problem might be actually Ace not dying in a Zeppelin crash.
Right. And the engine lasting to get you to the ocean.
There you go. Now that the MC has said it out loud, it is true.
Yes.
I think I have a different idea than if they need a bit of a push engine wise.
Sure.
Can I retcon that I flew? Can I stay on my roof?
Yeah.
Can I try to? What's the weather like right now?
It is a clear night. You can see the moon and the stars.
With this machine, I could conjure some type of weather, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I try to conjure a little bit of lightning to try and shock the engine to push it to the ocean?
Okay, Aurora, calm down.
I want to just try it out, see if the machine works, and try to give you that extra.
I thought you were going to summon some wind or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
No.
Right.
No.
Beta test lightning.
Why would you push it with wind when you could totally Thor to Iron Man this
I want to shock it.
Doesn't electricity make things go?
But I do wind instead.
Nope.
No.
Okay. But I don't want to use. Wait, I only have one use of my weather control machine.
No, you only have one use to create an advantage with it because.
Okay.
You could just use it as a thing.
Okay, cool.
It sounds like you're overcoming an obstacle with lightning. What approach are you using to do this? I think it might be forceful. I think Clever might have been using wind.
Yeah, forceful or precise, because I'm trying not to hit the Zeppelin balloon.
Precise, yeah.
I mean, they're the same for me, because I'm trying not to hit the balloon. I'm trying to hit like the back of the bottom area with lightning from a different building.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Okay, I'm scared to look at it. I'm just gonna click it and see what happens.
I've set a difficulty.
Okay. 3.
You've tied.
Okay.
You can either succeed and I make a story move, or
I need to succeed so that Ace doesn't die, maybe.
Okay.
She might still. I don't know. I feel like I will take the success in any way I can.
Okay. All of a sudden, Ace, you feel this, you hear the shock of roll of thunder behind you, and you're pushed back in your seat as this Zeppelin starts accelerating. And then you see gauges on your control panel, and you see that weather control machine power is turning up.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Would you like Carrie to go next?
suppose so, yeah.
Okay. Carrie,
So
you
I-
see this shock of lightning?
I look
Shoot
up at the
out.
sky to go, this can't be good. So we did establish that we brought our plane as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab that plane and fly up to the Zeppelin.
Oh, absolutely. All right. What are you doing to the Zeppelin with your plane?
I'm gonna fly up beside it, like look in the windows and see Ace there, and like
Yeah.
hey, what's how are you doing in there? With a lot of pantomiming.
Yeah.
Um, actually, no. Actually, we know ASL, right? So
Yeah.
we could just talk.
Yeah, I assume Ace's communicator is voice text and hasn't been able to take a look at it ever since lightning hit
Yes,
the Zeppelin, and they've been
How are
flying
things in
through
there?
the air quickly.
How are things in there, Ace?
Ace signs. Do you know what happens to a Zeppelin that's hit by lightning?
It goes faster.
And then
See?
signs the same thing that happens to everything else.
Where is Queen with you?
And like turns and looks. Carrie's out there with the plane. You better get on it or jump with the girl.
You're about to be over the ocean.
And I think I want to. Well, it's still Carrie's turn.
I would try to catch anyone who were to jump from the plane, but I guess in the meantime, I think since I got, how's the weather machine?
And she signs back active.
So I think since I got a closer look at the weather machine earlier,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I can suggest some ways to help.
Yeah.
Reset the machine or whatever.
Yeah, I think you could say like you've got to go flip these switches.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how well you communicate that. So let's try and create an advantage of I know how this machine works.
That sounds about right.
So what approach do you think you're using to do that?
I think clever is the only one that really makes sense to me.
I think you could also be doing it quickly, like you're trying to like
okay,
quickly
let's do
say
that.
like okay.
That works better.
Okay. Or precise, you know.
No, we're going with quick.
Okay.
So let's see. That would be a 2.
Okay.
And I think I might want to spend my last fate point on this. It seems like whatever. It's fine. 2's pretty good.
A 2 is a tie. So do you want to succeed and I get to make a story move, or fail and I don't?
Oh, the first one, absolutely.
Okay. So you get the conditional aspect of I know how this machine works. And all of a sudden, and you hear a charging of like a beam weapon behind you. And you hear a British voice say, "Don't you move, Ace Adventure." And you see the reflection in the window that is Harry Grindle Matthews holding a death ray.
And I'd imagine I see this too through the window.
Yeah. So who would you
can-
like to go
I
next?
can choose anybody.
You can choose anybody.
I feel like Ace.
Okay, Ace. You've got a death ray pointed at you. You know how to turn off this machine.
I think Ace wants to do like a quick move of the controls to throw him like flying against the wall.
Okay, this sounds like an attack using quick. You use the word quick in your description, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, that's actually better than forceful, so great. +1 is 3.
Okay, he got a 2, so you succeed.
And that's attack, so...
Yeah, so you can fill a hitbox, or you can create a condition.
I'll fill a hitbox.
Okay, he has more than one hitbox.
I guess I choose Queen.
Okay, Queen, you have not yet jumped off. You've got an unconscious Zia in your arms.
I mean, I think Ace gave me...
And you just felt this thing lurch.
I did, which was really unfortunate because I was totally about to jump out the door. So now I have to do it all over again, get new bearings, grab the intern. My primary goal is to save this intern's life because I just feel like she would be a good recruit for back home at the secret base. Also, Ace said to do it, and it's a good thing to do. I want to make sure that I get out of this Zeppelin safely with the girl.
Okay.
And even though it's not my best aspect, I think I have to go with precise on this one because there's so much going on.
Okay, and I think you're trying to overcome an obstacle.
All right. Great. I think that's a great idea. Let's overcome this obstacle of Death Zeppelin. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun roll.
Okay.
I got a -3, but I still have a fate point.
Okay.
And I have a great aspect called Protect the Working Class from Elite Agendas.
Yeah, that is exactly what you're doing.
That is exactly
That's amazing.
what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
So, I want to re-roll that, please.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can save this person's life a little better. Oh, that is much better. It's a 2 now. Yay.
Okay. Do you think a 2 is enough?
It's gotta be. I'm out of options.
Okay, a 2 is enough.
Yay.
So you line up, and where are you trying to land?
I mean, if I can guide the parachute and get back to the docks so we're not in cold water, that would be super.
Yeah, I think you can make it there. You land on the docks with an unconscious Zia.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Who would you like to go next?
I'm going to let Carrie go next.
All right, Carrie, you see this death ray wielding Harry Grindle Matthews.
All right. Well, Ace is in trouble. I don't usually do this, but this plane definitely has some weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I could probably aim it precisely enough through the window to shoot this guy.
Okay, I think you're using precise because you use the word precisely in your description.
Yeah, this seems like a good idea.
An attack.
Nice.
So go ahead.
Oh, that's a 1. I think I want to spend a fate point.
Okay. What aspect are you using?
What are the situational ones?
I don't know if there's anything. There's festive controlled bears.
Oh, you know what? I think the Grand Theft vehicle probably applies because this is a stolen vehicle again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Let's do that. So let's make that a 3.
Okay, a 3 beats it. He actually rolled a -4, so you succeed with style.
Great. I mean, this plan was guaranteed to succeed. It was a good idea.
Yep. So would you like to, on a succeed with style, on an attack, you can damage the target, either filling a hitbox and creating a conditional aspect?
Yeah.
Okay, what conditional aspect are you giving him?
Can we do like surrounded, like because we're attacking him from all directions now.
Absolutely. Yeah, and who would you like to go next? I guess
I think just Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney.
Yeah, I think after I shoot the lightning, I get excited and I go, wind.
Actually, real quick, I assume that wasn't enough to take him out, right?
No, it was not.
So immediately I'm like, why didn't I use wind? I, Mackenzie, play a lot of inventors, but boy, do I know nothing. So yeah, she beats herself up a bit. But then I think she definitely sees like a plane shooting people, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna try to rocket and make it my way to the Zeppelin to
Yeah.
see what is happening.
Absolutely. You get up above it. I think you can like do like a cool swirl around it and like see in the window and get the whole situation. You see Ace is behind the controls of the Zeppelin. You see Queen parachuting out, holding someone.
All right.
You see Carrie behind
wait.
the controls of this fighter jet.
Oh my god. Okay.
And you see Harry Grindle Matthews with a death ray in the cockpit.
Grindle.
And you also see the weather machine charging up.
I am going to. I trust that Ace can handle Grendel because I think he is a wet noodle of a man. So I'm gonna try to make my way to the weather machine and try to see if I can shut it off, shut it down, tamper with it, but in a safe way so that it doesn't injure the Zeppelin.
Yep.
And I just built one, so I want to see like one. I do want to be like, well, that was better on mine. But I want to try to shut it down as best I can.
Yeah, you go in and you see that the actual like weather control machine is pretty poorly made. It seems almost like a bad copy of that Tesla one. But the power source reminds you of the power source Ace has described running her time machine. The one that destroyed London.
Okay. If I have some knowledge of what it's similar to, would I know how to shut it down?
You might. Let's find out if you do and have you overcome an obstacle.
Okay. I don't even know what this would be. Precise?
It could be precise. It could be clever.
I'm better at being clever.
Yeah, then let's do clever.
Oh, okay. 4.
Yeah, a 4 is just good enough because this was very hard to do. So you succeed.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you see the power source. You see the gauge on the power source, like starts on the weather control machine. Ace starts going down. But you've got Harry Grindle Matthews with a death ray. Who would you like to go next?
I want Ace to go next.
Okay, Ace.
So I know someone's taking care of the weather control system. So I think now Ace would abandon the controls and is almost more worried about him shooting the controls and causing some sort of explosion. So she's going to go and try to like knock him down.
Okay. You jump up from the controls and try and knock him down. That sounds like a forceful attack to me.
Yeah. That would be a -1, which I do not think is good enough. So
you have he's off balance, he's surrounded. You have a lot of things you can apply free uses to.
Yeah, I will do the off balance one then.
Okay. Yeah.
And
you can use both if you want.
Really? And get +4?
Yeah.
Oh, I will use both. Okay. All right. So that brings me down to 1 fate point.
Oh no, they both had free uses on them.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't even have to spend fate points to do this.
Oh my. Oh, okay. Wow.
Everyone has been setting you up for this.
Right.
Love it. All right.
Yeah, if you want to pull in some bears and get an extra use.
Could I spend a fate point as well to re-roll and have the +4?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. What are you using to do that?
I think I am using. I'd like to use "I can't hear you" and "I don't care" because he was like yelling at me from behind.
Mercy. Yeah.
So finally, I turn around and I'm like, "I don't care," and just like charges at him and like tries to take him out.
Okay.
much better. So now 2 and 4 is 6.
Okay, you succeed with style. But I will reveal he has no hitboxes left.
Awesome.
You hit him, and he goes tumbling out. Like, he crashes through the window, and you see him plummeting.
Awesome. And I will like look for Carrie in the plane and be like, and point at myself and then point at the plane.
Yeah. We're out of initiative time. What you doing?
Yay.
Would it be? I feel like we don't necessarily want to kill this guy. I want to try to catch Grindel
Okay.
if I can.
Okay, you want to try and catch him?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds pretty precise. Quick
I think
to me.
quick
Okay.
would fit. I hope that fits because that's good.
Yeah. Let's see if you can overcome the obstacle with that.
Let's do it. And I have no fate points left, so that would be a -1. And it just is what it is.
Slam into him.
Do you think the -1 is good enough?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think you miss. And you see him hit the ocean.
Oh, I tried.
I'm gonna offer my loving arms to Ace, and I will rocket her down if she wants.
Yep. Yeah. Zia is waking up and is like, "You punched me." I think you see the Zeppelin like sputters out, and it's just kind of like adrift now because the engine is fully broke. It just kind of slowly drifts out to sea. And you all stand on the docks and watch it slowly drift away as the sun rises.
Should we call someone to go get him? He's probably floating out there.
Yeah, I tried to catch him, but he fell pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean...
Hoover probably has a boat.
As a coast guard, surely, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I will ring up the FBI. I would like to ring up Hoover
Over here.
and say, there's a communist floating in the harbor.
Which one?
I don't know, but a big one.
Oh,
It's Grindel. Tell him it's Grindel.
It might be Grindel.
yeah, we got a package drop last night tying him to all sorts of terrible things. We'll see if we can find him.
He might be at these exact coordinates with the drift according to the tide.
You know, Ace, I think I had you wrong. Maybe we can work together in the future.
For at least some future, yes.
And we cut to the Thanksgiving Day parade. What are each of you doing in the parade? The heroes that saved New York City.
Can I build a remote to my weather control? Can I control the weather with my weather control machine, or was it
Sure.
specifically to control the machine? I'll combine my snow machine with my weather control machine so that I can make snow and not
I attack people with
Okay.
lightning.
So, yeah, so I'll want to have like a little remote. So if we're in the parade, and then when Santa comes, I can just click a remote. We go with a big red button, make some snow in New York City.
Yeah, I think
That's
we
what I
can
was
do that. Ace, what are you doing?
I think Ace is using a jetpack now to like walk with the plane and the rest, but occasionally like do a little aerial somersault and zip over some kids and then come back and continue walking just
I
to
think
like
they're
smile and wave.
cheering, they're throwing flowers at you.
Oh. In which case, I'll drive the plane.
What's Queen doing?
I'll drive the plane and wave to people.
Oh, no, I think our newest intern should be driving the plane.
Oh, yeah? Can we have our new intern
Yeah,
drive the plane?
absolutely.
And then I'll be on the walking alongside the plane so I can give everybody high fives.
Yeah.
Which is the thing now.
Yeah, you made them a thing.
Yes.
Queen Bee Adventure, inventor of high fives.
I'll of course be amongst the crowd, you know, a reporter of the people. I'll be taking pictures of all of this, and I'll be making sure that to wire in all of the details of the heroics that took place last night to the Boston American before Hearst can cover it.
Absolutely. And I think you guys get to the end where there's a large throne for Santa, where he's going to take his place and be made king of the kitties. He kind of gestures for the four of you to come up.
Ooh.
Go see Santa.
Yeah,
Ace would rocket over.
Yeah, let's go.
yeah. And he says, you all have been very, very good this year, saving Christmas for all of us. And I want you to know that whatever you want, I will put in your stockings this year.
I think we saved the real Santa.
Nice. Happy.
It has to fit in a stocking, though. That makes it.
And I think that's
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry.
I think that's the place to cut to credit.
My stocking is the size of a tank.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask for
So-
some really nice stockings. So
Gosh.
In the Ace Adventure fashion, we're going to do how Brian usually ends his one-shots. And we're going to do just a short video show in our collective imagination. We just want to say, next time on Ace Adventure, you can hear thrilling lines such as this. And just one out-of-context line of the thrilling thing we're going to hear in a future episode of Ace Adventure and the Flying Royal Flush. Who'd like to go first?
Is
I'll
it
go
a-
first. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Go
I was
ahead.
thinking, is it the immediate direct sequel? To
Nope, it can be anywhere in the
Okay,
future.
never mind.
Yeah. It can be the next one if you want it to be. Like, I won't stop you.
I got an idea.
Okay, go.
So Ace, you hear Ace's voice echo. Oh, so I guess America got to the moon earlier than I thought.
I think there's a line from Queen, and it says, I don't see what's so unethical about controlling the weather directly around the island.
I think you hear a line from Whitney that says, all right, so don't turn around. The fire looks very big, I know.
You hear a line from Carrie. It's good to have you as a part of the team, J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh man.
Edgar Hoover, the royal flush.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you have not backed this Kickstarter yet, please back it. It comes in an amazing comic book format. Or you can get it in hardcover if you're one of those people, or you can get it digitally. There's some really great stretch goals. There is a adventure generator that I did not use, but is fantastic. Please, I think Brian is going to drop the link at Kickstarter in chat right now. Yep. And let's go around. Let's see who has some stuff to plug. Mackenzie, do you have anything to plug?
Nothing too crazy. I feel like I had a very busy month of streams, and now it's like, what am I doing with my life anymore? So yeah, I think just you can find me on Twitter at Mackenzie Wilkes and check out some of my podcasts like Dungeons, Dice, Everything Nice, and Dungeon Wives. Or if you like Desperate Housewives, nothing to do with gaming, but I host a Desperate Housewives rewatch podcast as well called Wisteria Gaze. Check that out.
Brian Soliard, where can people find you?
So as usual, you can find the games I've made on my website, digitaldessert.com.
Rob Pontius, where can people find you?
You can find me on the No Direction website, playing the Valiant podcast or writing. And you can find me on Roll for Combat, where I play Three Ring Adventure, another Pathfinder game. And you can find me on Gehenna Gaming every Monday night, playing Monster Hearts 2 with Natalie and Brian and others.
All right. And Brian Liberge, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me at the Kickstarter link I dropped in the chat. You can also find me at beerstargames.com. That's BEER. And yeah, that'll be great. Come find me.
Okay. And I'm Natalie Putum. I'm a professional game master. If you want to book with me to run any game you want, well, you can literally say, hey, here's this weird, obscure system from the 80s. Can you run it for us? And we'll learn it and we'll run it for you. You can have us run this game for you. Pay us money. We will run this game for you and your friends. Besides that, you can see me every Monday night running on Monster Hearts, and you can see me usually every other Wednesday, but we've had a lot of cast illness. Like, I swear, we've just hit a bad run of people being sick. But usually you can find me every other Wednesday over on Off the Table running Glitter Hearts. Thank you so much for watching. Please back this Kickstarter.
Yes.
Me, Brian, and Brian will see you next week. And thank you and good night.
Thank you. Thank you, Natalie.
And we just want to let you know. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Yes, absolutely. Yep. And we just want to let everybody know that you can come back tomorrow night on this stream, Gehenna Gaming, to see Mothership, which is the Saturday night one-shot. And on Sunday, if you head over to Carry and Comfort Studios, you can see one of our High Council members, Ian, on the stream Sunday night. They are doing one of their cultured deep dives, I believe. Once again, yes, it is called Carry and Crash Course, Episode 3. That's what's happening on Sunday night. So, do all those things, and thank you, Natalie, and thank you, our guests, and come back next week when we end the Kickstarter.
All right.
Bye!
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye! We love you! Yay!
Wow.